What you guys, got another video here for you. Now if you want to get your hands on the Windows 10 Spring Update ISO, then you're going to need to download the files that are on my forum. I've already put the links to them on the forum, and you will be able to download them from there. What you can do with those is then convert those ESD file into an ISO file, which will then allow you to install it onto a virtual machine, which I would recommend you do. Now some people yesterday were following the video and tried to update via the creation media tool version, and they tried to do it that way and it reinstalled the creators update. And I did mention in the video that there's no guaranteed way of doing it. They will release the update when in due course, and you're probably best waiting for that update to happen. Now there's also another way, which was the insider program, which I did mention on the video as well, which was probably the best way to get your hands on them files. But if you don't want to go through all that, then you can always go to my forum. And if people stayed informed and watched on the forum, you'd have seen that someone's already asked for those files, and that link has been supplied. So let's go ahead and get these files out of here. I've got them in a folder here. You can see there's two of them. One of them's an ESD file, and this is your Windows 10 Spring Edition update. Now I do not recommend that you install this on your main system as of your sole daily driver, because it's still buggy and it's still not been officially released to the general public, and that means that when you use it, it's going to be full of bugs. And it just so happens that Microsoft have put the update on the back burner for the time being because there is a major bug with it. So this comes encrypted, and you will need to decrypt it, but this file here I've already decrypted. So we're just going to quickly undo all these zip files here, and I'm just going to grab these and drag them into the same folder. Now as long as you're using them in the same folder, you should be okay and good to go. There is a readme file inside here which will tell you how to do all the steps that you need to do, how to use. It's pretty straightforward. You can follow through and just read this, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Disable any AV, make sure you've got plenty of space on the drive, and also make sure the ESD file is not read-only or blocked. And you can do that by checking the file here. Now this one has been decrypted already, but as you can see here, if there was a blocked area here, you just click unblock and it's not read-only. Those are important steps, okay? You just follow through here. Now you can drag and drop straight into the decrypt file here if you want to. This is your Windows command script. You can just drag that into there, or you can just right click and run this as administrator and go through the process, which I'm going to show you now. So this is what you're going to get once it's open, okay? Now you can see here there's a bunch of files here, and you can convert this into all of those or just one of them, whatever you want to do. So you can see the options here, continue including all editions, include one edition, and so on. So we're just going to go to, and from there you can see we can choose now what we want. So I want Windows 10 Pro, so I'm going to push 6, and we're going to push enter. And now it's going to give us the option of creating an ISO with a standard install.wim. If you want to do that, you can do. You can also create an ISO file with a compressed install.ESD, or you can create a standard install.wim, or so on. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to create this file here. So I'm going to create an ISO with a compressed install.ESD, okay? Now, it depends on which way you want to go about it, but you can do either of these ones up the top. So let me just do that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will do number 1, and we'll just let that go. We're going to do the install.wim instead of the ESD. So let that go ahead, and it will start to create a media layout inside your folder. So let me just quickly show you here. Inside here, it's going to create a folder called ISO folder. And inside there you will see the files are being decrypted and pulled out of there, okay? Now what that's going to do is going to take a bit of time, and it will start to grow in size, and that's how you can get it. Now if you want to get your hands on this file here, it's on the forum, but if you want different languages, I'll show you a website here. There's a pastebin.com, and there's a post up here where you can get all these files here, okay? The link is here for the decryptor, and also some other bits and pieces on here that you may need. Also, you can see here which version you want. You choose which version you want here, and there is the links here. So client consumer x64, there is the link. You would just copy the link to the one you want. Again, there's 32-bit x86. There's Chinese versions here, and there's other versions as well. And you can just go through here. The list is pretty extensive. So you just choose what you want to do, and you can download them. Okay. And I'll leave the link in the video description for you there. Now, what you can see here now, it's created the boot.wim, and it's using the LZX compression with one thread, and that's because we are on a virtual machine here, which I'm doing this on, and this will take a bit of time, so just let that happen. And if we look in here now, the folder, you should see the file. Well, it will start to grow. It will get into about, it's at 561 megabytes at the moment, but it'll end up 3 point something gigabytes, I would have thought, something like that. So we're just going to let that continue. Now, before you start installing stuff on your computer, you always want to back up your computer, especially when you're playing around with stuff. Okay, now if you've got a free computer that you can use with VMware or VirtualBox or something like that, then it's okay, and you can use that on there. Or if you've got a computer, you can also install those on your main computer and use updates that way. Now, when you get updates like this, they are going to be buggy, and if you want to use them and look at them, then you're probably best to use the Insider program, and that way you can revert back to your original one. If you don't like to do it anymore, you can always roll back, or you can opt out at any time. So just bear that in mind, guys. These releases are very early doors, and they are going to be a bit buggy, so they are not meant to get them early so you can jump the queue. So it's really designed for tech enthusiasts and people who like to run tests on the software so they can report the bugs back to Microsoft so they can fix them before the release. So let me just go ahead and check this out. So as you can see here, just as that starts to count down, we can take a look inside here. And if I go to properties here, you'll see it creating, there you go, size of disk 3.46 gigabytes. 2.56 gigabytes, so it's starting to grow in size, and this will be ready to use in a second. So we'll just let that finish off, and then it will start to try and create the ISO in a second. So we'll be back when that's finished this part here. And there we go, it's just starting to scan the source tree here, 500 files in 34 directories, and it's going to start now to finish off. It's starting to write. You can see ISO here, starting to complete the issue, the job here where it's going to go ISO. So it's doing the ISO now. And if we look back into that folder again, you can now see the file is being written to. Here we go, and it's now starting to create that ISO file right here next to the ESD file. So you need to make sure you've got plenty of space on your drive while you're doing these types of things. But it's all done, and we can now push any key to exit that, and that's pretty much it. So now we've done that, we've converted that file, and we now can use this file to install. And you see 3.92 gigabytes in size, and we can now install this, and this will give us an install of Windows 10 Spring update version of Windows 10, and we can take a look at that. I'm going to make a video showing you how to install that, so you can see the differences on the installation and what other bits and pieces they've added in, and you'll see what it looks like. It's probably going to look pretty much like what you're seeing with the Creators Update, with a few extra tweaks done to it. So I'll see you in the next video for that one. So thanks again for watching. I hope this one helps you out. That's basically how you can create your ISO file for the Spring Update using the WinLib tool there. Pretty straightforward and easy to do. My name is Brian from bradtechcomputers.co.uk. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.